The one for Ed Donor. Then in the 56, that is Scott Benware. Shotgun, Nick Haywood in the 29. Here comes the field off for green flag. Another Saturday night of short track racing action on the half mile is under green. Rick Hart leads him off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Lance Rabtoy looking to go with him into turn number 3, take that second spot away from John Bell. Bell on the outside, sideways into turn 4, back to third. Here comes Keith O'Neill charging. Keith O'Neill looking to grab the third spot away from John Bell. He will. Now Nick Haywood's going too. 3 wide down the backstretch. Kenny Davies in the number 9 running in the middle. Ed Donor's on the inside. He backed out of it. Davies gets that spot up to 5th. Rick Hart and the Deuce is the leader. Rick Hart and the Deuce leading by 4 car lengths over Lance Rabtoy in the number 11. Keith O'Neill running third side by side for 4th. Here comes Kenny Davies on the inside. He'll take the 4th spot in that 9. Nick Haywood in the Camaro back to 5th. Ed Donor in the number 1 running in the 6th spot. Roland John Bell is 7th. Scott Benware 8th in the 56. Halfway in qualifier number 1 for the Deuce. Rick Hart showing the way. Lance Rabtoy still running a good 3 car lengths off the back bumper of Hart. Keith O'Neill about the same distance between himself and Rabtoy as Rabtoy is to Hart in the lead. Kenny Davies in the 9 running solid in the 4th position. Nick Haywood running 5th, and it's a pretty good gap back to Ed Donor in that number 1. Rick Hart in the number 2. 11th in the point standings, looking for his first win of 2008. Later on tonight in the Versatile Trailer Sales feature event. And he is running strong right now. He's got a good 6 car length advantage over Lance Rabtoy in the door number 11 as they work up on some slower traffic. That is the Benware 56. Hart looks to the outside of the slower car down the backstretch. Had a little bobble, and that allowed Rabtoy in the 11 to close the gap. Lance Rabtoy now just a couple of car lengths behind, but it's going to run out of time. There's the checkered flag for Rick Hart. Lance Rabtoy 2nd, Keith O'Neill 3rd, Kenny Davies 4th, Nick Haywood 5th, 6th to Ed Donor in the number 1. It's Joe Warren in the 13. Lonnie Rivers is going to drive the number 7 tonight. He was in the pits and he decided to hop behind the wheel, so he will start 7th. On the outside of Lonnie Rivers, Joe Daniels in the 46. Shotgun on the field, first time at the Speedway for Jason Sawyer. Jason Sawyer is in that number 28 at the back of the pack. Out front, Mark Karen, Keith Pelkey. Pelkey way up high off turn number 2. 3 wide down the backstretch into 3. Cody Kilburn's on the inside. Little bumper tag for position behind the leaders. Mark Karen leads him off turn number 4, and he'll lead lap 1. Cody Kilburn 2nd on the inside. Josh Allen working on the outside. Little Joe Daniels charging to the front, working the rim. Here's Kilburn looking down to the inside, backed out of it. Karen the leader on the inside. Allen on the outside, number 10, has the lead into turn number 4. A drag race down the front stretch. Josh Allen is the leader. Little Joe Daniels chugging to the front in the number 46. He's to 2nd. Karen slips up in 2. Cody Kilburn to the inside. Here comes Joe Warren moving to the inside. Lonnie Rivers working the rim on the outside to 7. Look out, there's contact up there in 3 and 4. Yellow flag is out. 3 wide. You're going places. And where he's going is to the outside of row number 1 on this restart. Josh Allen is the leader in the 10. Allen made a move for the lead on the outside as well. Here they come off turn number 4. Restart. Green flag. Josh Allen in the 10. Little Joe in the 46. Even into turn 2. Little Joe sticks the nose in front. Off 2. Drag race down the backstretch for the lead. Here comes Allen back on the inside. Little Joe has the nose out in front by inches. Now Allen comes back Perhaps a touch into turn number 4. Drag race down the front stretch for the lead. It's Little Joe Daniels at the line by about 2 feet. Here comes Josh Allen coming back on the inside. Little Joe again shoots up the track off 2. Allen back, even down the backstretch. Into turn number 3. Joe Daniels again sticks the nose out in front. Here's where Daniels seems to hook up pretty well off turn 4, halfway in the qualifier. Josh Allen at 10 again coming back after him. Again, Joe Daniels pushes up in 2. Allen in the number 10 on the inside, trailing by a couple of feet into turn 3. Slight contact as Allen was loose into 3. Daniels works the rim to the outside, might finish the pass, he will. Little Joe Daniels, pretty good driving there by Daniels and Allen battling for the lead, but the handle seemed to go away on the 10. Particularly going into turns 3 and 4. That number 10 was doing nice and going solid in 1 and 2. But in 3 and 4 seemed to struggle. 2 laps to go for Joe Daniels. Cody Kilburn, several car lengths back behind Daniels, who's running away out front. Lonnie Rivers, good recovery. He's up to 3rd after that earlier spin in the qualifier. White flag. Little Joe is checking out. Cody Kilburn running 2nd. Lonnie Rivers going for 2nd, moving to the outside into turn number 3. Checkered flag for your winner, Little Joe Daniels. Drag race for 2nd, Cody Kilburn gets it. 3rd, Lonnie Rivers. 4th is Joe Warren. 5th is Josh Allen. 6th, Danny Dubuque. 7th goes to Jason Sawyer. And 8th will go to Mark Karen in the number 5. Frenier. The Bud 8 for Mike Chris is going to start 7th. And the number 107, that is Mike Carson. He will start 8th. Shotgun on the field, Bob Dragoon in the number 36. That's the field. Green flag. Brian Rogers from the outside of row number 1, looking to take the lead down the backstretch. Robert Gordon, 3 wide, no, backed out of it. Thought about going down to the inside of Brian Pugh, but thought better of it. Now Pugh pushes up the track again. The inside is open. Gordon wasn't able to get to the spot though. Side by side racing. Top 6 cars continue to run side by side. 3 wide in the middle is Dave Raptoy. Raptoy trying to thread the needle and get a spot. Running in the middle of the track. Now following on the outside, Randy Ledoux. Brian Rogers up front in the Schwann's number 12, trying to take that lead from Brian Pugh. Again, Pugh pushes up the track. Here comes Gordon on the inside. Robert Gordon in the H2O, throwing it into turn number 3 to the inside of Pugh. Rogers still on the outside of the number 12. Off turn number 4, Brian Rogers the leader. Look at Randy Ledoux. Randy Ledoux in the number 47, diving down to the inside on the front stretch, taking the lead off turn number 2. Down the backstretch into 3. Ledoux's the leader. Rogers is 2nd on the outside. Here comes Gordon in the H2O. Halfway in qualifier number 3. That was some kind of move by Randy Ledoux right here on the front stretch. Made the pass for 3rd and then dove down to the inside when he got the 2nd and was able to get to the inside of Brian Rogers, take the lead, and now he is running away out front. Mike Chris is putting on a good charge to the front. The Budweiser number 8 is up to the 3rd position. Running in the 4th spot was Chris Frenier, but here comes Dave Raptoy of the Island Excavating 21. Raptoy trying to take that spot away. 2 to go. Ledoux's the leader by half a backstretch. Robert Gordon was running 2nd. 3rd is Mike Chris in the Bud 8. And Chris Frenier. White flag. Frenier and Chris running side by side for 3rd. Now Dave Raptoy wants it in the battle. 3 wide for the third spot into turn number 3. Raptoy backed out. Checkered flag for Randy Ledoux. Robert Gordon will be second. Race for third down to the stripe, Mike Chris. Chris Frenier fourth. Dave Raptoy fifth. Brian Rogers sixth. Bob Dragoon. Then Brian Pugh and Mike Carson. Glass number 09 from Milton, Vermont. It's Rich Watson. Outside in the DeSorcy Emergency Product 79, St. Albans, Jason Bonnet. And shotgun on the field from Altona, Howard Stoner in the 57. That's the field. Green flag. Mike Wells leading into 2, but he drifts up the track. Toby Ebersol in the 82, right there to take advantage. 3 wide down the backstretch. Robin Wood working in the middle. Rich Watson there in the 09. Robin Wood is able to work past Watson, and he is right now sitting third. Mike Wells gets the car down in front of Wood going into turn number 1. He'll run in the second spot. But again, he shoots up high off 2. That opens the door for Wood into 3. Here comes Robin Wood in the 61 trying to take second away. Wells comes down in the 76. There's contact. Toby Ebersol leading out front. It's a 3-car length lead over Mike Wells. Then 2 back to Robin Wood, who is third. Rich Watson running fourth. Jason Bonnet fifth. Chris Reeves running on the outside, the 00. Loose into turn number 4, hanging on to it as he's sideways. Toby Ebersol, comfortable out front. Mike Wells put a little distance between himself and Robin Wood. Let's see if Robin Wood can again close back in for that second spot. Five cars will qualify for their handicap. Into turns 3 and 4. Cross flags are out. Chief starter Weasel Bruno will show them off turn number 4 that they are halfway. Robin Wood has worked back to the back bumper of Mike Wells. Wood, a little contact into turn number 3. Wells keeps the car down on the inside. Out front, Toby Ebersol showing the way. Rich Watson still running in the 4th spot. Jason Bonnet had a peek to the outside. Watson pushes up the track off 2. The 79 of Bonnet was looking to the outside, and he had to back out of it as the 09 drifted up the track off 2. Toby Ebersol, Mike Wells, Robin Wood, Rich Watson running in that 4th spot. Jason Bonnet still solid in 5th with 2 laps to go for Toby Ebersol. Remember, in this division, we've had 9 different winners in 10 events. Jason Bonnet has worked his way past Rich Watson into position number 4. White flag is unfurled for Toby Ebersol. Ebersol, the 5th place point man coming into tonight. 49 points out of the top spot, and he's on his way to victory in this qualifier for the J&S Steel Sportsman. Here he comes, final time in the qualifier, off turn 4. Checkered flag for Toby Ebersol. Second to Mike Wells. Robin Wood third. Jason Bonnet fourth. Rich Watson fifth. Chris Reeves sixth. And 7th will go to Howard Stoner in the number 5th to go in qualifier number 2. Second of 3 qualifiers for the Sportsman tonight. They pick up the pace off turn number 4. Green flag. Sherry Minier on the outside in the 3. Mike Shagnon in the 86. 3 wide off 2. Bucko Branham threads the needle down the backstretch. Sherry Minier back to 5th on the outside. Here comes Branham charging to the front. Mike Shagnon shoots up the track off 4. Opening room for Skip Liberty. 3 wide on the front stretch. Liberty on the inside. Sean Duquette following him through on the inside. Shagnon in the middle. Branham on the outside. Running 3rd now. He's going to go after Duquette on the outside into turns 3 and 4. Sean Duquette, 2nd place point man, has 2nd. Bucko Branham, top point man, running 3rd. Skip Liberty in the 59's the leader. Sean Duquette second. Branham got a good run off turn number 2. Look to the inside of Duquette. Duquette holds that spot. Now Branham throws it to the outside into turn number 3. Trying to get that spot away from Sean Duquette. Bucko Branham putting on a charge. Skip Liberty leading by a car length. Branham really appears strong off turn number 2. That car looks like it wants to just take off that second turn, jackrabbit towards the front. But Liberty's the leader. Duquette is running second. Top 3 cars are pulling away from Mike Shagnon. Again, you can see that 20 just stick down on the inside. Sean Duquette pushes up the track a little bit in that 18. Perhaps Bucko is biding his time, waiting to move to the inside off turn 2, halfway. Liberty in the 59. Duquette with a better run that time off turn number 2. Branham third, a car length and a half behind Duquette. A little tire smoke there from Duquette off turn number 3. Skip Liberty still showing the way. It is Liberty, Duquette, and Branham. Freight training in the top 3 spots. Mike Shagnon is 4th. Sherry Minier is 5th. Rico Hernandez is running 6th. But Skip Liberty is feeling the heat from Sean Duquette. Skip is 7th in the Airborne Sportsman point standings. He's got 1 win on the season. He is 70 points out of 1st. Duquette, as we said, 2nd in the point standings, 20 out of 1st. He also has 1 win. And Branham, who is 3rd in the number 20, has 2 wins on the season, and he's got 402 points, a 20-point lead over Sean Duquette. Now here they come into turn number 4, and down the front stretch, racing to the white flag. 1 to go. Skip Liberty. Up the track off 2. Sean Duquette trying to drive down to the inside. Liberty holds the top spot into 3 and 4. Again, shoots up the track off 4. Duquette can't get there, though. Skip's going to win it. 2nd to Sean Duquette. 3rd to Bucko Branham. Here they come for 4th. Mike Shagnon. Sherry Minier 5th. And Rico Hernandez in the number 4 will end up. Igor from Moores in the number 19. He'll start 5th. Outside, winner 3 weeks back. That's Brian Chris in the Labatt Blue 98. Final row, Richie Turner in the number 17. And Danny Sullivan in the number 3. Green flag. Side by side racing into turn number 2. Larry Underwood's the 73. Ben Huff is the 29. Even into turn 3. Underwood trying to hold that lead. Huff trying to take it away, working on the outside. Dead even off 4 down to the front stretch. Larry Underwood had the lead at the stripe by about a half a foot. Problems for Jamie Begor. He ended up down the infield in the number 19. Still dead even into turn number 3. Underwood has the nose out in front now into turn number 4. Here comes Huff back on the outside for the lead. Larry Underwood with a half-car lead. Now Ben Huff back to 2nd. Try to get that car down to the inside. He will. Rick Frenier in the 77 is running 3rd. Working an outer line into turns 3 and 4. Brian Chris moving up in the number 98. Brian Chris is 3rd. Here comes Richie Turner. Richie Turner, the 17, moving to the inside of Brian Chris, trying to take that 3rd spot away. Chris fighting back, though, on the outside. Sideways off turn number 4. Larry Underwood is running away out front. Ben Huff continues to run 2nd. Jimmy Bushy making a pass now on the 77 of Rick Frenier. Problems for Jamie Begor in the 19. Begor, 6th place point man, limping back to the pits. Larry Underwood, the leader, halfway. Ben Huff running 2nd. Richie Turner 3rd on the inside. Brian Chris running 4th in the 98. Jim Bushy is 5th. Here comes Turner after Huff. Turner now moving to the outside of Ben Huff for the 2nd spot. Jimmy Bushy looking to move up on the inside of Brian Chris. Bushy really diving that car down on the inside of turn number 4. And now Chris is hung out on the outside, and he's going back to the 6th spot, as Rick Frenier was able to move through. Bushy dove down the last time in 4 to the inside of Brian Chris. Look out. There goes Rick Frenier. Brian Chris gets the black flag. Frenier is parked in turn number 4, and that's going to bring out the yellow. We'll bring him down to the stripe. They're setting a slow pace right now as they move off of turn number 3, coming into turn number 4. Now they're on the hammer. Green flag. Underwood in the 73, Turner in the 17, now Ben Huff. Huff in the 29 looking to move up. Richie Turner, though, strong down the backstretch. Can he get the car down in front of Huff and hang on to that 2nd spot? Looks like he will off 4. Jimmy Bushy stuck on the outside. That car bed loose. Bushy's got to get on the binders, and he's going to go all the way back to 6th. Out front, it's still Larry Underwood in the 73. Underwood a little loose in the 4, but Turner can't quite get there. White flag. Off turn number 2, Underwood, Turner, then a good gap back to Huff, running 3rd. Larry Underwood, let's see if there's a bobble in 4. Turner trying to get there. If there is, drag race for the win. Here they come, Larry Underwood. Richie Turner 2nd. Ben Huff 3rd. Very close at the line for 4th between Brian Chris. The Gamache Truck Center 90 for Martin Roy. On the outside, the pistol Patrick Dupree in the 24. Jim McComb in the 5. And Mike Finney is driving his number 38 modified for the first time. Green flag. Craig Riel showing the way off 2. Greg Atkins throwing to the outside down the backstretch. Here comes Atkins trying to pull even into turn number 3. Little bobble from Atkins up the track. Riel will lead lap 1. Craig Riel's on the inside. Greg Atkins on the outside. Andy Kane 3rd. Here comes Martin Roy. Roy's working the rim in the 90. Greg Atkins on the outside trying to take the lead off 4. He will. Martin Roy is the fastest man on the asphalt last couple of events, and he is rumbling again. The number 90 moving to 2nd on the outside into turn number 3. Here comes Craig Riel back on the inside. Dead even for 2nd. Martin Roy takes 2nd going into turn number 1. At Gamache Truck Center, number 90 modified has been on a rail, and he is quickly reeling in Greg Atkins in the 1 for the lead. Here comes Patrick Dupree working the outside of Riel. Atkins the leader, but how long can he hold off Martin Roy? Martin Roy winning 2nd. Patrick Dupree is 3rd. Craig Riel back to 4th. Halfway this time by for the Mighty Modifieds. Top 4 Modifieds pick up their handicap. Right now, Craig Riel running in that 4th spot. Andy Kane trying to get there. He's 5th in a 27. Greg Atkins showing the way. Atkins, Roy, Dupree. Can Greg Atkins hold off 2 heavy hitters in the Airborne Modified Division for the win in this qualifier? Martin Roy is about a car length off the back bumper of Atkins in the 1. He closes into 3. The pistol running right off the back bumper of Roy. 2 to go. Atkins drifting up in 2. Martin Roy moving through on the inside. Martin Roy will take the lead away. Now Patrick Dupree trying to get there for 2nd. Couldn't fill the hole. White flag for Martin Roy. Martin Roy leading and pulling away from Greg Atkins. Patrick Dupree running 3rd. Here comes Dupree. Looking at the inside. Slingshot move. Not open on the inside. Roy's going to win it. Atkins 2nd. Patrick Dupree is 3rd. 4th, Craig Riel. Andy Kane 5th. Francis McNeil is 6th. Jim McComb ends up 7th. On the outside, the Crickets number 22 for Castleton, Vermont's Mike Bruno. Row number 3 on the inside, the AK Auto 26 for Andy Haywood. Shotgun, the X for Adam Bartamy. Oops. In row number 3, here comes the field, off turn 4, green flag. Introne pushes up off turn number 2. Tesser gave him racing room, almost even into 3. Introne still in the lead, not for long. Here comes Tesser. Mike Bruno working on the rim on the outside, running third. A bobble from Introne. Chris K.A. 3 wide into 3. K.A. back. Oh, look out. Introne shot up in the track. Got a piece of Mike Bruno. Turns him around. Yellow flag comes out. Tesser and K.A. in row number 1. Tesser wants to go. Here they come off turn number 4. Green flag. Andy Haywood running in the second spot. Here comes Mike Bruno through to the inside of Chris K.A. Bruno's up to 3rd. K.A. running 4th. Adam Bartamy in the X running in the 5th spot. Richard Tesser out front. Andy Haywood in that number 26th. 10th in the Ernie's Dirt Car Modified point standings. Bruno, of course, is the points leader in the Crickets 22, running in the 3rd spot. Chris K.A. in the number 18 is the 9th place point man coming into tonight's racing action. Richard Tesser in the attaché de gay number 49, 19th in the point standings. But he's had numerous mechanical problems this year in that number 49, halfway. Mike Bruno trying to find a way around Andy Haywood. Look to the inside off 2, now trying to the outside into turn number 3. Bruno sideways off the 4th turn, Haywood hanging on to that spot. Tesser quick in that number 49 out front. I think if he could get to the front in a feature event, that number 49 modified could be tough to beat. Andy Haywood still solid 2nd. Mike Bruno running 3rd. Jim Introne off the pace with the number 9 limping back to the garage. Haywood, Bruno, K.A. running 2, 3, and 4. 2 laps remain for Richard Tesser. Adam Bartamy running in the 5th spot. Remember, top 4 qualify for handicap, and right now Bartamy's on the outside looking in. White flag is out. Mike Bruno working on the rim, trying to get around Andy Haywood. Can't do it. Didn't get the bite off 2. Richard Tesser coming off turn number 4. Convincing win for Tesser in the 49. Andy Haywood 2nd. Mike Bruno 3rd. Chris K.A. 4th in the 18. Number 4. Outside Leon driving the B3 from Sheldon, Vermont. It's Aaron Bartamy. Row 3 on the inside. The Blaine Salisbury and the number 13 really had no place to go and ended up with a significant damage to that modified. All right, here they come off 4. Green flag. Mike Riel showing the way. 3 wide. Aaron Bartamy in the middle. Ooh, backed out. Oh, Jason Durgan skipped the wheel. He's right up into the cockpit of the B3, and that is going to bring out a yellow flag. Pretty fortunate.
Someone will find a way to blame Mike for that.
All right, ready to go again. Matt Woodruff wanting to go on the outside. Now here comes Mike Riel. Green flag. Riel in the 0-2, leading him down the backstretch. Here comes Leon Gagnon in the 4. Gagnon to 2nd. Woodruff working the rim on the double nickel, running on the outside. Trying to take 2nd. He will. Nice move by Matt Woodruff. Good work by Woodruff to double nickel, but now he's sideways off too. Aaron Barnaby running him down. Leon Gagne in the number 4 back to the 4th spot. And now Woodruff drifting up into turn number 4. Barnaby trying to get there. Something just doesn't appear to be quite right with that number 4, and Leon's going to shut her down. Takes it down into the infield. Problems for Leon Gagne with the number 4. Now he'll get back out on the track. That car not sitting well, looks like, on the left rear. Again, he'll stay out on the track, but he's sensing something seriously wrong with that number 4. Out front, Mike Riel showing the way. Aaron Barnaby trying to get there to the inside. Here comes Barnaby for the lead. Aaron Barnaby will take the lead away from Mike Riel into turn number 3. Here comes Barnaby into turn 4 down the front stretch halfway. Barnaby, Riel, and Woodruff. Top 3 running modifieds in this third qualifier. Leon Gagne brings it down to the infield. Hopefully nothing too serious for Gagne and crew, but it doesn't look good for the number 4. Barnaby in the B3 leading by about 6 car lengths over Mike Riel in the 02. Leon has the 4 rolling again. Colleen Salisbury is running in the 4th spot. She would qualify for a handicap right now, running 4th. Barnaby in the B3. That car might be ugly on the left side, but it's going pretty good nonetheless. Here he comes to take the white flag. And again, Gagne pulls his 4 back into the infield. Final time off turn number 4. Qualifying action wraps up for the modifieds with Aaron Barnaby winning. Second to Mike Riel. Third to Matt Woodruff. Colleen Salisbury's over in turn number 3. She will end up in the 4th spot.
Final row and outside the 51 of Jerry Sweenyer. At your field for the Napa Warriors, qualifier number 1, 10 cars strong, ready to go 6 laps. The green is out. Good jump from McCormick on the inside. He will lead him into turn 2 and up the backstretch the first time. 3 wide. There goes the 72 of Parenta off turn 2. He'll go from outside row 1 to the back in just half a lap. Meanwhile, C.J. LeVere and Bobby LeVere have both worked that inside line up to the number 2 and number 3 spot. Billy Twait started in the final row in just 1 lap. He's now up to 4th, looking to the inside of Bobby LeVere. Twaits and LeVere race side by side for that number 3 spot. Give it to Twaits. LeVere back to 4th. Jeff McCormick is your leader in the 17. C.J. LeVere looking at the outside. McCormick by a half a car length as LeVere will now look to the inside as they head into turn 3. McCormick shuts the door. C.J. LeVere second, Twaits is third, Bobby LeVere 4th, Matt Brousseau is 5th, Captain Thunder is 6th. Throw a blanket on the top 3 cars as they head up the backstretch. McCormick hanging on. Now Twaits looks to the outside of LeVere, but now backs off. Now he looks inside as they come off turn 4. 2 to go. Jeff McCormick has led every step of the way, but he's got a couple of stiff challenges coming. C.J. LeVere again looks to the outside, and again Twaits looks outside as they go into turn 3. And again they drop to the bottom of the racetrack. White flag is out. Jeff McCormick holding on. C.J. LeVere right there looking for a way by. They'll come into turn 3 the final time. Getting by the slower car of Jerry Sweeney. LeVere swings it 3 wide down the stretch. Checkered goes to McCormick. C.J. LeVere second. Third spot goes to Billy Twaits. Captain Thunder finishes 4th. And Bobby LeVere rounds out the top 5. And qualifier for the Napa Warriors. 10 more. Ready to go. 6 laps. Bradley on the inside, Bordeaux on the outside. No, it's off the pace, drifts high, and everybody's going by. 3 wide in a turn 2 the first time. Collins on the inside, far outside. Donor for the lead. Collins battling right back on the inside. Jason Chris brings that 33 to the far inside, and he's going to go to second. There goes the 12, contact between Duval and Lemire. Terry Bishaw's 36 also goes around. Terry trying to refire that automobile. As your leader is Justin Donor, but we're going to have a caution.
You end up on.
I feel bad for anyone who's on your team because just they'll have to put up with you.
This is true.
Of course, you could always sing like Barry White to them like you were doing here on the tower earlier. Here they come, ready to go back to the green. Inside, the 1 of Donor, outside, the 33 of Chris. Donor will grab the lead as they're 3 wide up the backstretch. Butch Lemire in the 57 is on the move. Jimmy Collins right there on the inside. Bradley looks to the far outside. Look out, contact in the 57. He slams the 77 back. Weasel's got the black flag in hand, and he's waving it in at the 57 and the 77. Justin Donor is your leader. Jason Chris runs second. Dustin Duval is third. Look out, Bishaw goes around in the 36. Terry keeps it refired, will stay green. Butch Lemire will take that 57 back to the garage area. Problems on the 57. 2 to go this time by. We've got a 2-car pull away up front. Jason Chris looking for the outside of Justin Donor as they headed up the backstretch. Donor able to maintain that car length advantage. Now Chris looks inside. Now they come off turn 4. They're going to see the white flag. 1 to go. Donor and Chris, these two will decide it. Donor drifts a little bit high. Chris does not have room on the inside. Dustin Duval is closing, but he will run out of time. Warriors bring it off for Donor, will win it all. Chris will get second. Dustin Duval third. Tommy Santillo fourth. 5th spot will go to Jimmy Collins in the 0-2. Three of Timmy Gadway and the 24 of Wade Whitney. That's your field for this first qualifier for the Bomber Division. Here they come off turn 4. Green is out. Nice job by Josh Blake on the outside to quickly grab the lead and move to the bottom of the racetrack. Blake leads them up the backstretch, but here comes Eric Riel in the 0-2. Riel on the outside, looks him in the eye and goes right on by. Three wide in the battle for that number 3 spot as Timmy Gadway's on the move in the 63. The 0-2 of Chad Collins will take over 4th. Wade Whitney up to 5th. Miller's back to 6th, followed by Blondo and Baker. Riel has been caught on that far outside, and Josh Blake has done a good job keeping the 25 on the bottom of the racetrack, and he is sticking right with the 0-2. But here comes the 63 and the 24. They are on the move looking for a way by. Here comes the 63. That is Gadway going through the middle and going on the outside of Blake. Riel is back to fourth. Timmy Gadway in the 63 now right alongside Josh Blake as they head up the backstretch. Blake on the inside, Gadway on the outside, Whitney right there, and Riel looks for more on the outside. 2 to go. Timmy Gadway says, I've seen enough of this. He pulls away. Wade Whitney's now got the second spot in the 24. And Chad Collins, 0-2, battles with Eric Riel, 0-2, for that number 3 spot. Riel has been hung on the outside the entire race. 1 to go. Gadway, 8 car lengths back to Whitney. Collins is third. Riel has seemed to drop off the pace just a bit. He's now in that 4th spot. Look out! Whitney gets turned around by Collins. Checkered flag is out. Gadway wins it. Collins second, Riel third, Blondo fourth, and Whitney will round out the top 5.
Look out.
But he may have a thing to go. Whalen inside, Allen on the outside, down the stretch, the green is out. Josh Terry looking 3 wide as they head into turn 2. Grape Ape's got the inside line. He's going to hold on to that number 3rd spot. Kurt Seymour's on the move. Malcolm Woodward's on the move. 4 wide into turn 3. Seymour on the far inside. Myers, Woodward, and further out, Terry. Whalen sideways to the number 11, and can he hold it? Yes, contact now with 11 and 21. Whalen goes around. Allen keeps it fired. Richter's 21 was involved. It's Grape Ape on the inside, Brandon Allen on the outside. 1 lap down, 5 laps remain in this qualifier for the Bomber Division. We are back to green. Look out, Allen gets a piece of the 21. As they scramble once again, Myers leads it. Here comes Richter back to the inside. He's got the lead. Some anxious moments there for the Grape Ape, but he's got the lead. Black flag warning goes to the 19. Richner is your leader. Myers brings the 75 back to the garage area. Woodward is second. Seymour runs third. Allen fourth. Terry fifth. Hathaway is sixth. This time by the Grape is halfway. Kurt Seymour's 357 looks to the inside of Malcolm Woodward. And now he's got second, and he'll try and run down the Grape Ape. 2 to go. Can Scott Richner get his first career victory? He's got 2 laps to hold on. Seymour right on the back bumper. Woodward is third. Seymour looks inside. Richner shuts the door. Woodward is closed back in on Seymour for that third spot. 1 lap to go. The Grape Ape leads them into turn 3. He'll have the lead up the backstretch. Seymour now looks outside. Woodward starts to close in. Checkered flag is out. Down the stretch they come, and Scott Richner gets his win. Seymour second. Starts the SS Minnow inside row number 4, and outside Wayne Collins driving the 34 tonight. That's the ride normally driven by Josh Lavarnway tonight. Wayne Collins behind the wheel. The green flag is out. Guerin grabs the lead through turn number 2, but here comes Speedy. And here comes Gilligan. 4 wide up the backstretch. Martin on the far inside is going to try to sneak through and grab that number 4 spot. Bordeaux's caught in the middle. Outside Josh Leclerc, inside Speedy Brissett, in the middle. It's Guerin's 84, and Leclerc will come out of it with a lead. Speedy is second. Randy Martin is third. April Bordeaux is fourth. Randy Guerin back to fifth. Now it'll be sixth as Chad Provost comes through. Josh Leclerc trying to hold off Speedy Brissett. Brissett's now got the inside line, and he's going to grab the lead as they head into turn 3. Leclerc coming right back on the outside. Look out. Gilligan's on the move. He's now third. They are halfway. Oh, Brissett gets a little bit of a tap from the 7 car, but a nice job by Speedy to hold on, and now Martin will take second. Leclerc back to third. Bordeaux is fourth. 2 to go. Speedy Brissett, Randy Martin, Josh Leclerc, and the 23 of April Bordeaux. Top 4 cars. 5th spot goes to the 45 of Laporte. White flag is out for Speedy. Brissett is your leader. Randy Martin can't run him down. Speedy's maintained that advantage. Martin now closes the gap a bit, but the checkered flag will be out this time by, and it's going to go to Castleton, Vermont. Speedy Brissett. Randy Martin second. Josh Leclerc third. April Bordeaux fourth. Josh Laporte will round out the top 5.
And Sawyer. Next row, the 5 for Mark Karen. The 24 for Keith Pelkey. The 56 for Scott Benler. And the 102 for Mike Carson. And Brian Pugh, the 29 New York. That's the field. We're under green, off 2 down the backstretch. Rick Hart on board the Deuce, leading him off turn number 4 to lead lap number 1. Hart leading by 4 car lengths over Cody Kilburn. Running side by side for the 5th position, Randy Ledoux in the 47, Robert Gordon in the H2O as they race through the sunshine off turn number 4. Hart, Kilburn, Rogers, Kenny Davies in the 9 is 4th. Looking to move to the inside. Here comes Dave Raptoy. Lance Raptoy on the move. 3 wide into turn 3. Lance Raptoy on the inside. Contact. Robert Gordon, the meat and the sandwich. They make it work. Rick Hart's the leader. Cody Kilburn's running second. Kenny Davies still third. Here comes Dave Raptoy. He's got his brother Lance pushing him on the back bumper through towards the front. Lance Raptoy trying to take 4th away from Brian Rogers. Rogers stuck on the outside, back to 5th. The Raptoy brothers are into the top 5. Dave is 4th. Lance is 5th. Here comes Randy Ledoux in the 47. Randy Ledoux moving to the inside of Brian Rogers to take the 6th spot. Rogers all the way back to 7th. Still stuck on the outside. Point leader Little Joe Daniels trying to make his way through the field. Diving down to the inside of Dan Dubuque. He's running back around the 15th or 16th spot. 5 laps complete for leader Rick Hart. Now make it 6. Davey second, Kilburn third. Dave Raptoy is 4th. Lance Raptoy is 5th. Randy Ledoux putting a charge on the 47 is 6th. 7th is Josh Allen. 8th is Brian Rogers. 9th, H2O for Robert Gordon. 10th is Chris Frenier. 11th is Lonnie Rivers. 12th is Keith O'Neill. 13th is Nick Haywood. 14th is Little Joe Daniels. 3 wide for 15th. Mike Chris on the outside had the 15th spot in the Budweiser number 8. Rick Hart puts a lap on Mark Karen. Kenny Davies about to do the same. Heavy traffic as they race in 2 big packs. One pack has cars 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cars 2 through 7. And then another big pack where they're dicing for spots 8 through 15. Joe Daniels in that pack, working the rim. Lonnie Rivers working through the middle. Brian Rogers hanging on to number 12. Chris Frenier in the 93, trailing a little sheet metal on the right side of the Days Inn and Suites 93 car. Jason Sawyer off the pace in the 28. Overheating on his car. First time out for Sawyer. He is headed back to the pits. Black flag out for Chris Frenier. Unfortunate break for Frenier. Right side sheet metal dragging on that car. The Benware 56 is headed back to the garage. Rick Hart in the deuce continues to show the way. He's got a 7 car length advantage over Kenny Davies. Then it's 9 car lengths back to Cody Kilburn. Dave Raptoy stuck in the 4th spot. Lance Raptoy stuck in 5th, halfway. Halfway for the Renegades tonight. Joe Daniels has worked his way past Lonnie Rivers. He is now running in about the 8th spot. The point leader, Daniels, charging to the front. He is racing for 8th right now. Nick Haywood sideways off 2. Several of the cars sliding it through turns 1 and 2. But not Rick Hart. Rick Hart is hooked up tonight in that number 2. He is flying out front. 10 laps to go this time by for the Blue Deuce. Rick Hart with 10 to go. Kenny Davies trying to keep Rick Hart in sight. Rick Hart's got a clean racetrack in front of him. Half a track before he runs up on slower cars again, so he's got a lot of clean asphalt in front. And right now the Deuce is hauling the mail and Davies is trying to chase him down. He's cut into the lead a little bit, but laps are winding down. Dave Raptoy has moved to 3rd. Lance Raptoy trying to get forward. 4 wide into turn number 4. Cody Kilburn on the inside. Lance Raptoy in the middle. Randy Ledoux working on the outside. Lance Raptoy at 4th. Randy Ledoux up to 5th. Here comes Dave Raptoy to 3rd. Lance trying to get to 4th. Randy Ledoux going with him. Ledoux running 5th. Cody Kilburn is 6th. Joe Daniels putting on a show, working on the outside. Josh Allen also running with that group. Now Lance Raptoy looks to the inside of his brother down the backstretch. Dave in the 21, Lance in the 11, racing for the 3rd spot. Rick Hart, Kenny Davies, Dave Raptoy, Lance Raptoy, Randy Ledoux, Joe Daniels now into the top 5 trying to take 5th away. Boy, this is a great drive by Joe Daniels, trying to get to that 5th position. 5 to go for Rick Hart. Side by side running for the 5th position. Give 5th to Joe Daniels. 6th, Randy Ledoux. 7th, Cody Kilburn. 8th is Josh Allen. Robert Gordon is 9th. Nick Haywood is 10th. 11th is Keith O'Neill. 12th is Lonnie Rivers. 13th, Mike Chris. Keith Pelkey is 14th. Joe Warren is 15th. Laps are winding down. Rick Hart with a comfortable lead. He predicted on OutsideGroove.com that he'd get a win soon. That soon might be in about 3 minutes. 22 laps are complete. The Deuce is into turn number 4, coming down the front stretch. Popsicle sticks are out, 2 laps to go for Rick Hart. Dave Raptoy still running 3rd. Lance is running in that 4th spot. Here comes your leader off turn number 4, working very carefully off the 4th turn, white flag. 1 lap to go for the Deuce. He's got a big lead out front. Drives it high off turn number 2. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. Keeps it down to the inside. Here comes Rick Hart for his first win of 2008. Rick Hart's the winner. 2nd, Kenny Davies. 3rd, Dave Raptoy. Lance Raptoy 4th. 5th to Joe Daniels. 6th, Randy Ledoux. Almost even between Cody Kilburn and Josh Allen for 7th and 8th. Then 9th to the H-U-O Robert Gordon. 10th to Nick Haywood. But win number 1 of 2008 for the Blue Deuce out of Keysville, Rick Hart.
Rick Hart in just a second. Getting out of his car now. Give him a nice round of applause, everybody. Rick Hart in the Deuce, his first win of 2008. Rick, come on over. Somebody asked you online when you're going to get your first win, and you said it's coming. Tonight's the night. Congratulations.
Thanks very much. I really don't know who that is, but there it is, the win tonight.
Well, you were able to start near the front. You worked your way to the lead very quickly, and then maintained a very healthy lead for most of the event. Good 6 or 7 car lengths over Kenny.
We just moved a little weight around and things, got it to handle a little better, and here we are.
So you think you found something?
I hope so.
Well, you found something, and it will stick for you. Congratulations. Nice job on your first win.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Rick Hart, again, give a nice round of applause. It's his first win of 2008 on board the Deuce.
Not bad, Rob. Not bad.
We got a contender.
You'll work the crowd and everything?
All right, let's hear from Bob Patinka. All right, back downstairs. Who's up next? Here he goes. All right, let's hear it for Bob. Chevy pickup. All right, let's hear it for Oni. Josh Morgan with a 98 Neon. I think that may be leftover smoke from the prior one.
Pat Collins.
Pat Collins. We did not have Pat on our list. It's a good thing we sent you down there.
Oh, this has potential. This has potential.
He's a finalist for sure. Now that actually looks like more like one of your barbecues. I've been to one of your barbecues.
That's pretty good.
Sounds like he put his Tiger motor in that. Out of the right rear. I can see it now. The race car will be towing the truck home. There you go.
See you later.
There's our first pop of the night. Back downstairs. Rob?
Now we have John
Fountain, Monte Carlo. Ready to light it up. Notice he closed the windows. All right, let's hear it for John Fountain. Sean Duquette, ready to go. Oh my.
The smoke could bring it this way now.
Uh-oh. We're in trouble. Wow, are we definitely in trouble?
Friend, you wanted to do this in front of all the people in the main grandstand.
All right, hurry up, Rob. Breathe now before it gets here.
Pretty good, Rick.
Pop.
Oh!
Well, once we are able... Got the first two. Now let's hear it. Based on your applause, we're going to pick our winner. Let's hear it for Pat Collins. Uh-oh, don't get stuck in the mud. All right, let's hear it for Sean Duquette in the freestyle.
Andersonville, Danny Sullivan. That's the field. 21 strong, off turn number 4, down the front stretch. Green flag. Problems for Chris Reeves in a 0-0. He goes shooting down the track atop turn number 1. We got a yellow flag. Yellow flag comes out 3 wide, running it. We did not complete a lap. The Reeves 00 on the hook, back to the garage. Unfortunate break for Chris, but we're ready to try again. Shagnon and Minier, green flag. Mike Shagnon, look at Mike Wells trying to dive down to the inside, make it 3 wide down the backstretch. Here comes Wells into 76. Wells to the inside of Shagnon into turn number 3. He'll take the lead going to turn 4. Here comes Rick Frenier into 77. He's up to third. Somehow Toby Ebersol, he got drop kicked. He was on the inside, ended up on the outside, and he's all the way back to 6th. Rick Frenier taking second away now from Mike Shagnon. Mike Wells is your leader. It is Wild and Woolley in the mid-pack. 3 wide. Here comes Jimmy Bushy. Bucko Branham going to the inside of Toby Ebersol. Look out in turn 3. Everybody's okay. No, there's a spin behind. Sean Duquette, Brian Chris, yellow flag. For guys like Chris and Duquette, who now comes flying out of the garage area, they still have a lot of time to try to catch up and pick up spots. Only 2 complete. Here they come. Green flag. Mike Wells, Rick Frenier, Mike Shagnon, Ben Huff to the inside of Shagnon down the backstretch. Larry Underwood running side by side in that 5th position with Sherry Minier. Here comes Underwood. Skip Liberty trying to find his way down to the inside. Nothing there. Now Shagnon and Minier are both stuck on the outside. Anybody behind them right now is going backwards. 3 wide into 3. Richie Turner moving up. Sherry Minier sideways. Skip Liberty pointed her back in the right direction. Problem near the back of the pack. Sean Duquette in the 18. Danny Sullivan in the number 3. And we got another yellow flag. 2 in the 20. The top 5 cars, you've got 2 drivers that are looking for win number 1 of the season. They're running 1st and 4th. All right, ready to go again. Here they come off turn number 4. Green flag. Mike Wells pulling away off turn number 2. Ben Huff trying to hang on to that 2nd spot. Here comes Larry Underwood, though. Underwood driving through on the inside. Sticks the nose out there. Underwood's got 2nd. Bucko Branham moving up as well. Branham looking to get 3rd in the number 20. Jimmy Bushy now in the 11, working on the inside of Ben Huff. Huff sideways off turn number 2. 3 wide down the backstretch. Toby Ebersol had to get on the binders. He slides down to the inside of Huff. Ben Huff taking the A train in the wrong way, and that number 29, he's going backwards. Down the backstretch, Mike Wells leading Larry Underwood by a car length and a half. Bucko Branham keeping the top 2 cars in line, keeping them in eye as well. He's sitting pretty in 3rd. I think if I'm Branham, I'd be content to run in that 3rd place spot, knowing that if any other caution flag comes out, you're in a good spot on a restart, and just drive a few conservative laps here to see what happens. Wells, Underwood, Branham, 3 car lengths, then back to Richie Turner, who is 4th. Jimmy Bushy 5th. 6th, Toby Ebersol. 7th is Skip Liberty. 8th, Tyler Terry. Nice job by Terry running 8th. 9th is the 98 of Brian Chris. And Jamie Begor is running 10th. Larry Underwood looks to the inside of Mike Wells down the backstretch. Pass for the lead by Underwood. Wells fighting back on the outside. They run door to door into turn number 4. Here comes Underwood for the lead in the 73. Larry Underwood. Bucko Branham diving down to the inside. Branham backed out of it. Underwood and Wells hit again off turn 2. Down the backstretch. Larry Underwood's the leader. Here comes Bucko Branham for 2nd. Wells fighting back on the outside. Underwood leading the way into turn number 4. Bucko Branham trying to get 2nd. Richie Turner sticking his nose down to the inside. Turner couldn't quite get underneath Branham. but he will get underneath Mike Wells and take third. Wells now going backwards on the outside. Larry Underwood in the 73 showing the way down the front stretch there halfway. Jim Bushy to the inside of Mike Wells. Jim Bushy has fourth. Wells back to fifth. Sixth is Toby Ebersol. Seventh is Tyler Terry. Eighth is the 98 of Brian Chris. 10th is Jamie Begor. Make that ninth is Jamie Begor. Jason Bonnet trying to get into the top 10 in the 79. He will. He is now 10th. 11th is Skip Liberty. 12th is Robin Wood. 13th is Sherry Minier. Out front, Larry Underwood. Underwood drifts up off turn number 2. Bucko Branham running a car length off Underwood. That 17 is fast. Richie Turner's got a fast car, and he's looking to go as well, running in third. 10 to go. Branham trying to hold the inside off turn number 2. Waiting for young Larry Underwood to make some type of mistake. Underwood's got one win under his belt. He's looking for win number 2. Still leading the way off 4. Underwood, Branham, Turner, Bushy, Wells. Now Tyler Terry in trouble. He drifts high off 2. Toby Ebersol moving up. Brian Chris moving up. Jamie Begor in the 09. He's looking to move up as well. Larry Underwood. Smooth line around the Speedway. Continue to work the inside. Bucko Branham content right now to run behind, knowing that he's the points leader. Knowing that Sean Duquette working outside the top 10. This could be a good point night for Branham. Jamie Begor in the 09 has slowed. Jason Bonnet goes around. Skip Liberty moving through on the inside. Begor took the car to the outside. That car seems to be slowing down. Five laps remain this time by for Larry Underwood. Underwood continues to hold off Bucko Branham. Branham's got to be thinking about how he's going to try to pass the youngster now with just 5 to go. Branham looking outside. Now dives down to the inside. Slingshot move denied by Underwood. Underwood holding him off. Richie Turner sitting right there in that third spot. Branham's going down to the outside. Bucko Branham says now's the time to go. Here he comes off turn number 4 for the lead. At the stripe, Bucko Branham had the lead. Can he finish the pass on the outside? They drift up the track off 2. Here comes Underwood back for the lead. Underwood takes it back. Turner's right there in third. Throw a blanket on the top 3 cars. Nip and Tuck racing for the lead. Dead even on 4. Down the front stretch. Branham's got the lead again. Bucko Branham finishes the pass. Now Underwood comes back. Branham leads him down the backstretch. He's got the lead into turn number 3. Underwood running second. Turner running third. Popsicle sticks are out. 2 laps to go for Bucko Branham. Jimmy Bushy looks to the inside of Mike Wells. Wells holds him off. Wells is running in that 4th spot. Richie Turner looking outside. Larry Underwood not there. Turner hangs on a 3rd. White flag out. Bucko Branham 1 to go. Jimmy Bushy to the inside of Mike Wells racing for 4th. He's got it. Here comes Toby Ebersol taking 5th. Brian Chris. Good battle with a 44 of Tyler Terry. Out front, here he comes. The point leader gets win number 3, Bucko Branham. Second, Larry Underwood. Richie Turner third. Jimmy Bushy fourth. Fifth, Toby Ebersol. Close for 6th between Brian Chris and Tyler Terry. 8th, Jason Bonnet. 9th,
entrant into the burnout contest.
Real good racing at the front. Close racing. A late race pass for the win. And the points leader is going to increase the lead after win number 3. Bucko talking with Larry Underwood, about to climb out. I know you'll get a big ovation, always does here. Bucko Branham, everybody. Well, Bucko, let's break the race down early. When we had those early cautions, you were able to pick up spots in the first 4 laps. I think you picked up about 6 spots, and that really got you into contention pretty early.
Yeah, the bottom groove's the way to go here, but I appreciate Larry running me clean. I mean, that was great racing the last 5 laps, and Richie was poking me in the back, so I knew it was time to go.
Well, in the middle stages of the race, it looked like you were conservative, just waiting to see maybe if Larry would get a little bit loose. You were biding your time, and then when he was holding that line pretty well on the inside, 5 to go, it looked like it clicked. It was time for you to go as well.
Yeah, I see a little bit of distance between Richie and the 4th place person, so I said it's worth a try. Most I can finish this, 3rd. Can't win if you don't try.
And you tried on the outside, and the car worked for you. Certainly on the outside, you're able to make the pass. After Larry came back in turn number 2, it was real even going to 3 and 4, but the car worked real well off 4, where you finally took that lead.
Yeah, the car, we made a little change before we went out, and I'm glad we did it because the car stuck good on the outside.
Win number 3. Nice job.
Thank you very much.
Bucko Branham, everybody. 3rd win of the season.
Final row, the 17 for Jason Durgan. And shotgun on the field, Mike Finney in the 38. That's the field. Here come the Mighty Modifieds. Off turn number 4, green flag. From the outside of row number 1, Mike Riel takes the lead. Down the backstretch, here comes Richard Tesser after Craig Riel. Look at that 90 on the outside, Martin Roy. The pistol, Patrick Dupree trying to go with him. Look out, there goes Leon Gagnon around. Gagnon goes around over in turn number 2. Ryan McClellan and Mike Finney. Finney getting some experience in that number 38 modified. All right, here we go again. 1 down. Green flag. Richard Tesser is up to 2nd. 3 wide down the backstretch. Mike Bruno working on the rim on the outside. George Foley to the outside of Jason Durgan. Durgan moving towards the front of the 17. Here is Aaron Barnaby. Barnaby the inside of Greg Atkins. Chris K.A. off on the backstretch. Gets back on, but he'll lose a couple of spots. Out front, Mike Riel. Richard Tesser running 2nd, but he's bad loose off 2. Martin Roy had to get on the binders. Pistol, Patrick Dupree is running 3rd, and he out back 24. Again, Tesser drifts up the track. Here comes Dupree. Yellow flag comes out. Yellow flag out, Andy Kane. Well, let's see how we go now with 3 laps complete. Mike Riel, Richard Tesser. Here they come for the restart off 4. Green flag. Richard Tesser going for the lead off 2. He's got it. Patrick Dupree looking to go with him. Here's Martin Roy and Patrick Dupree battling for the 3rd spot. Mike Bruno moving up to 6th. Mike Riel 2nd. Martin Roy, Patrick Dupree with a fine battle going for 3rd. Roy trying to move to the inside of the 0-2. He's got 2nd. Aaron Barnaby moving to the inside. Now Patrick Dupree trying to move up. Riel again drifts up off 2. Patrick Dupree going for 4th. He's got it. Mike Bruno trying to hit the same hole on the inside. Mike Bruno into the top 5 in the 22. Richard Tesser, Martin Roy, Aaron Barnaby, Patrick Dupree, then Mike Bruno. Those cars running top 5. 6th, Mike Riel. 7th, Craig Riel. George Foley running 8th. 9th, go 3 wide into 3. Kay around Atkins to the outside, Gagnon to the inside. Richard Tesser leading by a car length. Martin Roy trying to run him down and pick a spot. Tesser leading the way in the Untitled Chapter, number 49. Patrick Dupree still working on the back bumper of Aaron Barney in the B3. Jim is thrown off the pace of the 9. He'll whip the 9 back to the garage area. Tesser now, slower modified in front. Where's the 38 going to go? Dives down the inside. Tesser works around. Barnaby pinned behind the B3. Now goes to the outside. Dupree had a chance to pick him there on the outside, but couldn't do it. Martin Roy looking outside. Richard Tesser for the lead. Martin Roy back behind Tesser. Now looking to the inside down the backstretch. Tesser hanging on to that top spot. Martin Roy is right on his back bumper. Roy trying to pick Tesser behind the slower modified. Tesser works around Colleen Salisbury. Leading by 1 car length is the 49 of Richard Tesser. Approaching the middle stages of the race. Tesser is the leader. Martin Roy running in the second spot. Aaron Barnaby is third. Fourth is Patrick Dupree. Fifth, Mike Brown on the outside. George Foley is hauling the mail. Foley up to 6 as we're halfway. Raw looking to the outside of Tesser off 2. Could not make the pass for the lead. Slower cars in front. Tesser doesn't want to get pinned by Raw. Tesser drops down to the inside, down to the outside. Martin Raw 3 wide into 3. 3 wide for the lead. Tesser's going to hang on. Raw gets back in line. Some of the best modified racing that we've seen all year long. Dukin for the lead. Tesser, Raw. Here comes Barnaby. Barnaby trying to get in the fight. Going after second. Aaron Barnaby, look out! Contact with Raw. They straighten it out. Everybody's all right. Dance moments there. Raw still running second. Barnaby is third. Patrick Dupree still fourth. Fifth is Mike Bruno. George Foley is fast, running sixth. Can Richard Tesser hold off Martin Raw? Tesser leading off turn number 4, 10 laps to go. Let's set the field with 10 to go. Tesser, Raw, Barnaby, top 3. Dupree 4th. Bruno 5th. Foley is 6th. 7th is Leon Gagnon. 8th is Mike Riel. Running in the 9th spot is Chris Kaye. 10th is Craig Riel. Jason Durgan 11th. 12th is Greg Atkins. 13th Matt Woodruff. 14th is Andy Haywood. 15th Francis McNeil. 16th is Andy Kane. 16 cars are on the lead lap. Out front, Richard Tesser still leading by a car length. Martin Roy perhaps backing off for a lap or 2. Here comes Roy, looking to the inside of the front stretch. Can't make the pass for the lead. Tesser holds him off. Roy back in line, biding his time perhaps for a late race bid for the win. Durgan to the infield. Problem for Jason Durgan on the right front. Durgan trying to hang on to that modified yellow flag.
Lap, he's
Nice
now
job.
up to 7th.
Good work by Leon Gagnon as well, you're right. All right, ready for a restart. Here they come, single file, off 4, green flag. Tesser pulls away from Martin Roy. He opens it up. 5 car lengths the advantage for Richard Tesseur. Martin Roy in the distance, yellow flag. Takes his car down to the infield. Tesseur, slow pace to 3. Right about here is where he likes to hit the hammer. There he is. He's on the hammer coming into 4. Here comes Tesseur. Green flag. Down the backstretch, 2 car lengths is the advantage. Much better restart for Martin Roy. Roy is in the ballpark. 1 car length off the back. Martin Roy using up every inch of the racetrack. Took his car right up to the wall that last lap. Here comes Tesseur off turn number 4. 5 laps to go for Richard Tesseur. Tesseur leading by 2. Martin Roy right there. 3rd, Aaron Barnaby trying to hold off Pat Dupree. George Foley looks to the inside of Mike Bruno down the backstretch. Bruno holds him off for that 5th spot. Leon Gagnon, look out! Foley and Gagnon make contact down the backstretch. There goes the wall. Picking up the pace towards the back. Tesseur setting a slow pace into 3. Trying to pull a jackrabbit now. Here he comes into turn number 4. Martin Roy's right with him. Green flag. Richard Tesseur leading by 3. Martin Roy drives her deep into turn number 3, trying to run him down, but Tesseur's got a nice lead out front. Aaron Barnaby has his hands full with Patrick Dupree. Dupree looking down the inside, Barnaby holding him off. Popsicle sticks are out, 2 laps to go for Richard Tesseur. Barnaby drifts high off 2. Patrick Dupree just quite can't get there for 3rd. White flag is out. Richard Tesseur, 1 to go. Martin Roy right off the back bumper. High off 2. Tesseur keeps it down the inside. Roy closes it into 3. Here comes Tesseur off 4. Barnaby off the pace. Checkered flag is out. Richard Tesseur wins. Martin Roy 2nd. Dupree 3rd. 4th Bruno. 5th Barnaby. 6th K.A. 7th Atkins. 8th is Woodruff. 9th Craig Riel. And 10th Andy Haywood in the 26th.
And the points battle unofficially now even tighter. Patrick Dupree beating Mike Bruno by 1 position. The lead going into next week will be 1 point.
Weasel's just going to stand there and hold it for us the entire time. Nice job. Multitasking. All right, here he is, everybody. Richard Tesseur. Give a nice round of applause. It's his first win here at Airborne. Richard, come on around. Well, you've had motors blow up on you. You've had some bad luck at times this year. But tonight, you were able to work to the front, and you held off the guy who's been so fast here in Martin Roy. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy, but all the season we have big problem, accident, motor, everything, you know, I'm very happy, very, very happy.
Well, your car, when it has worked for you, has been very fast, really, throughout 2008, but it's just avoiding the bugs, avoiding the accidents, avoiding the motor problems, but tonight you were able to do that, and you must be very proud of you, of your effort, as well as the teams.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, my team, sponsor too, Attache Delegate, Casino Montreal, ESP, Link Direct. Thank you very much for everybody.
Well, congratulations again, and win number 1 for you here at Airborne. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Richard Tesseur, winner on board the Attack.
15 laps, 15-minute time limit. Here come the Warriors off turn 4, down the stretch. The green is out. Another good start for McCormick, 17. He grabs the lead and heads the pack up the backstretch. Donor on the move in the 1 car as the 57 of Lemire is off the pace. Butch Lemire, 5-time winner in this division, slow up the backstretch. CJ LeVere in the number 4 on the move. He's got second. Dave Demore's got third as that Lemire 57 has now come to a halt, and that will bring out the caution flag. Some anxious moments there as Demore, Kenny St. Germain, John Bradley, Mike Peretta, and the Denimore Duns. That's the field. 1 down, 14 to go. We are back to green. McCormick leads the way, but here comes CJ LeVere looking to the inside. LeVere cannot get by. Now looking further deep into the corner. He will grab the lead through turn 3 and into turn 4. McCormick now hung out to dry on the outside. They're coming by on the inside. The 86 of Demore is going to get the number 2 spot. Bobby LeVere now runs 4th. Justin Donor is 5th. Dustin Duval 6th. Billy Twaits is 7th. The 88 of Tom Santillo has come to a halt in the infield. He is far enough out of harm's way that it will stay green. LeVere opens up 5 car lengths on Dave Demore. Bobby LeVere 3rd and moving in on that 86 car. We've seen the LeVere brothers battle it out at the front before. Will we see it one more time tonight if Bobby can take over that 2nd spot to try to run down his brother? Billy Twaits on the move. He looks inside the 12 of Dustin Duval. He will take that 4th spot away. Duval back to 5th. Justin Donor is 6th. Jeff McCormick and Jason Chris battle for that number 7 spot. Chris has 7th. And now Captain Thunder's going through on the inside. He'll take 8th. McCormick back to 9th. Matt Brusso is 10th. Terry Bichar runs 11th. 12th is Mike Peretta. 13th, Jimmy Collins. 14th is Kenny St. Germain. 15th is Kurt Demore. 16th is John Bradley. 17th is Andrew Bordeaux. In the meantime, we've got a change for that number 2 spot. Bobby LeVere moves into 2nd. And Billy Twaits now takes 3rd as Demore is hung on the outside. Duval will take 4th. Justin Donor will now take 5th. Demore is back to 6th. CJ LeVere in the 4 has good distance on his brother. We'll see if Bobby can start to run him down. When they combine next time, they'll complete lap number 10. There'll be 5 to go. CJ LeVere with a commanding lead right now, and Bobby trying to do something about it. Bill Twaits is 2nd. Right now the best battle is for that number 4 spot. Duval in the 12, Donor in the 1, and Chris in the 35, and Captain Thunder in the 95. Now Billy Twaits heats up the battle for that 2nd spot once again. Twaits looking inside of Bobby LeVere. Neither one of them have gained any ground on CJ LeVere. He's still with a commanding lead. Twaits now looks outside LeVere as they head up the backstretch. He's on even terms. LeVere on the inside, Twaits on the outside. 2 to go for CJ LeVere. Great battle for that second spot. Any one of 6 cars could end up with it. White flag will be out this time by Twaits all over the back bumper of Bobby LeVere as he's trying to fade away by into that second spot. He's got to worry about the 12 of Dustin Duval and the 1 of Justin Donor. Now Rick Donor taking a look outside of the 33 of Jason Chris. Look out, the 12 car has some problems on the backstretch, and Rick Donor's going to pick up 2 spots. There he is, your winner, CJ LeVere in the 4. Second spot will go to Bobby LeVere. Billy Twaits gets 3rd. 4th to Jason Chris. Captain Thunder rounds out the top 5 in the 95. How about a nice round of applause for Billy Twaits, who brings the 69 home in the number 3 spot tonight. Bobby LeVere gets 2nd in the 5.
And he'll enjoy tonight's victory, I'm sure. Here he is, getting out of his car. CJ, come on over. How about a nice round of applause for CJ LeVere? Congratulations. You've been close. And finally, here it is for you. It's got to feel pretty good.
Oh, I'm still shaking, you know. We've been working all year and trying to get up front, and we've been close, you know, and it's hard. And we got Bobby's car up front, so we knew we could get this one up front eventually. You have to work on it, get it to handle. That's all it's about, handling. And we got 1-2 tonight, I think, so we did good. I'm happy, you know.
So they'll be celebrating in the Tri-Lakes. You were using up every inch of the racetrack. Coming off turn number 4, you were letting it hang out right to the wall, and that was really fast for you.
The only way around this track to win is on the outside. You set that car up there. It don't matter, even if you're in lead or not, you stay there.
Well, congratulations. Enjoy this one. Nice job.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my brother, everybody that helps me. We really don't have no sponsors, so it's kind of a family deal. And, of course, everybody that here, all the fans, everybody, Mike, the guys that put on the show. It's awesome. We love it, and I hope it stays forever.
All right, nice job, CJ LeVere, as he gets his first win of 2000.
Energy Drink Bombers ready to go. 15 laps, 15-minute time limit. They pick it up off turn 4. We are under green. Problems already for the 21 of Richner. He's going to head it straight back to the garage area.
He got his checkered flag for the night.
Brandon Allen a little bit squirrely in that 19 car. We got trouble in the back as April Bordeaux went around. She's got it refired. Will stay green. Eric Riel in the 02 is your leader. Brandon Allen is 2nd. Steve Miller runs 3rd. Josh Terry is 4th. They are 3 wide. Seymour's around in the 357. The 11 of Mike Whalen goes around. We got another car that has spun up toward the top of turn 1 in the 19. Steve Miller in the 66. Josh Terry in the 43. Now they slow it down a little bit. Blondo in the 5. 02 of Chad Collins. Chad Provost in the 06. Green is out! Gilligan snookered them all. He picked off 6 cars before he got to the green flag. Eric Riel is pulled away. Now Steve Miller looking inside of Brandon Allen for that 2nd spot. Here comes Blondo. Jason Blondo in the 5 looking to the inside of Brandon Allen. Chad Collins looking between him, and he'll go to 2nd. Collins is 2nd. Now Blondo back on the inside. He takes 2nd right back. And here comes Speedy. Look out, Steve Miller crosses in front of traffic. Steve Miller sideways off turn 4, went into... They're going to go back to green this time by. 4 down, 11 remain. 15 laps, 15 time limit. That could be approaching. Back to green. Speedy Brissett trying to split the middle, but Jason Blondo says, Eric Riel is going to lead the way. Blondo is second. Brissett is third. And Miller's back out there with a 66. Riel, your leader. His teammate now takes second. We've got trouble in turn 1. Everybody's scrambling to get by. As Randy Martin, 77, was involved, as was the 19 of Brandon Allen. Speedy Brissett on the inside. Eric Riel on the outside. Look out. Martin is hooked up with someone else off the top of turn 4. Caution flag is 9 laps remain in this final event of the evening. Riel on the inside, Brissett on the outside. Off turn 4, back to the green flag. Speedy on the inside, sticks his nose in front. Eric Riel hanging right with him on the inside. Chad Collins waiting for those top 2 to possibly make a mistake. They come by us this time. They are halfway. Brissett takes the lead, but he's high off turn 2, and Riel's coming back for more. Eric Riel on the inside and Speedy on the outside. Side by side once again off turn 4. Here comes Jason Blondo back for more on the inside of Chad Collins. Collins holds on to that number 3 spot as now Speedy is dropped into second behind Eric Riel. To go this time by for Riel. Speedy, you're just right there waiting for a mistake up front. Again, Speedy now takes a look on the outside of Riel as they head into turn 3. Jason Blondo in third. He starts to close the gaps ever so slightly on the top 2 cars as he's pulled away from Chad Collins. Blondo can set his sight on the leaders. Three to go this time by for Eric Riel. The 0-3 of Speedy Brissett right on his back bumper. Now Riel drifts high. Brissett's got the inside line, and Brissett is going for the lead. Riel outside. Here comes Blondo on the inside. Jason Blondo wants to take second. Two to go for Speedy Brissett as he starts to pull away from Eric Riel. Riel's job now to try to hold on to that second spot and keep Jason Blondo behind him. White flag is out for L Speed. Riel and Blondo run second and third. Chad Collins is fourth. And Kurt Seymour is fifth. Checkered flag in the air from Weasel Bruno. Your winner is Speedy Brissett. Eric Riel second, Jason Blondo third, Chad Collins fourth, and fifth goes to the 357 of Kurt Seymour. Rob is headed down to victory lane. He'll be talking with Speedy Brissett once he returns the checkered flag. How about a nice round of applause for Jason Blondo? He gets a third place finish tonight in the number 5. And Eric Riel, he's out of the 0-2. He gets second.
Give a nice round of applause. Speedy Brissett, win number 2 for Senior Speed. Was it fun racing against your cousin for the win?
Oh, my brother-in-law, and it was a hell of a race.
Brother-in-law?
Brother-in-law, yeah. And it was rough at first. You know, you don't want to touch each other, but it was an exciting race at the end.
Now, about lap number 8, it seemed as though you decided you were running on the outside. You decided, let's back off a little bit, let's wait behind, see if he maybe bobbles at all, and off turn number 2, you're able to make the pass for the win.
Yeah, I found my spot where he actually messed up a little bit, got right underneath him. So the outside was a little slippery tonight, but I had to get behind him just to get underneath. So it was a good race.
So you were kind of a student running behind him, waiting to see where he was bobbling, and then you were able to capitalize on his mistake.
Just wait for his mistake, and I caught it, so I took advantage. So.
And of course, this gives you bragging rights, of course, within the family too.
That's right.
Well, congratulations on win number 2.
Thanks, man.
All right.